Hi, my name is Jeff Griffiths, and I am going to be presenting my advanced spreadsheet project. The purpose of this project is to help a person set financial goals and keep accountable to those goals. And so I'm going to walk you through kind of the functionality of the workbook and point out some of the functions and various things that we learned in class that helped accomplish this purpose. So starting out, look at the initial analysis section of the workbook. Basically, the user inputs various information about any sort of transactions that they know are coming in the next month, what they know are coming in kind of the period of planning, as well as their starting balances. They input some other information and get out of it monthly and weekly allowances. This allows them to then come into this budget section and makes plans on how much they expect to spend for these months or on a monthly basis, and this is compared to the allowance to make sure it's under that value so that they're not spending more than they need to. There's some data validation involved. If they go over that allowance, it doesn't let them put that information in there or put that value in there. So we'll move on to the input options. These are the categories that the person can, or the various things that the person can spend money on or get money from. As you can, well, you can't see, but there are a lot of names used in this. Cat start is just kind of up here at the top where the categories start, and then the different options are named in this dynamic range. As you can see, it covers all the different categories. If we remove or add any, that will change, as well as on this source. These are the different means by which money can be spent. So we're going to jump back to net worth in a sec, but if we look at this, those two dynamic main ranges are used here. If I come back here and delete sports, then it disappears on here. So another cool thing that this is data validated. If I try to enter a date from last year, it does not work. Along here, there's many sum if statements used to add these all up to show kind of the current status of how much you've spent on food, and a lot of different things to tell you where you're at financially, how you're doing on your goals. Jump into February, there's some other things. There's a custom function start date that just takes the name of the tab and puts the first date of that tab name, Feb. So it gives you the first date in February, as well as something that looks back at B27 on the previous month. So looking at January, it goes back and looks up that value, and you can see that function right here. So jumping over to net worth, what net worth does is it takes the sum of all your different account balances and subtracts out all the debt. The debt is calculated based on how much you would expect to see on your credit card bill for the current cycle, past cycle, and whether or not you've paid that past cycle's bill. And that was using a custom function I made based on the current date, name of the card, what date the bill starts on, and then just an offset of that current month. So that all comes together in this mega function that uses dates. It uses manipulates texts, and does that also that you can make sure you're not double counting anything, and so that if things are moved around or if you need to add another credit card or anything like that, it will take into account that new addition. This will help you to keep your head above the water, make sure you're not spending more than you have on hand. So that is my project. I hope it has been of value to see it, and appreciate your time and hearing me out. Thanks, and have a good